I think they're finally used to it in our place.
Wolverine cosplay. I'm Batman.
Thank you very much. Scared the crap out of me.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. We've got some special content coming your way here pretty soon. Shan Chan and I recently took the Fortune and Glory Tour 2024 with the California Jones Group. Basically what we did is we drove down to San Francisco, San Anselmo, that area in there, and we went to a whole bunch of filming locations used in the Indiana Jones films, primarily the original trilogy. And boy, was that an experience. All those videos are going to be coming up here on the channel very soon. But I really just wanted to give my thoughts on the California Jones Group in general before we started posting those videos. There were about 30 to 40 people on that trip, all of them dressed to the nines in Indy gear, which was pretty fantastic.
I get my hat too. There.
Review on this hat coming up. This is the, what is it, the Vintage Portuguese Beaver, the ultimate Indiana Jones hat. And we will be doing a video on that at some point.
I love it.
Anyway, back to the California Jones stuff. I originally actually got invited to join the group when there were only like 12 people on that page. And this was several years ago. I think Morgan Lauf reached out to me when he first started trying to form the group. And he was pretty persistent that I joined. He's like, you know, I know that you're not in California and you're in Oregon, but it's all kind of the general thing. You should join. You should join. It's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. And I was like, no, I really don't want to. You guys are all down there in California, and I'm never in that direction, so you guys have fun, but, you know, I'm just not really going to be able to get involved in something like that. Well, last year, Shan Chan and I moved down to Southern Oregon, and now we are right on the California border. And I still was not really, you know, gung-ho to join the group, especially since Indiana Jones 5 came out. That kind of split the Indiana Jones community in half, with some people loving the movie and some people hating the movie, and lots of hatred and name-calling and just very derogatory stuff going on that I didn't really want to be a part of. And that was happening on all the indie pages that I was a part of at the time. And that actually caused me to take a step back from the indie community, and I didn't really want to be involved in that stuff anymore. So I was just kind of doing my own thing for the past year or so. So when Eugene Shin put on this Fortune and Glory tour, it sounded awesome, because for those of you that watch this channel, Shan Chan and I love doing filming locations videos. In fact, we went all the way to Paris to do Highlander stuff last year. Well, Highlander and Indiana Jones are my favorite things, so it's like, oh, we should totally do this. I'm like, well, there's going to be a whole gob of people there that we don't know, and, you know, with all this political mumbo-jumbo surrounding the fifth film, is this something that we really want to get involved in? And we were really on the fence.
Plus, we didn't have the money.
Yeah, there was also the matter of funding, because it was fairly expensive.
And we're kind of strapped from other adventures that we've recently had.
Yeah, we've gone on a lot of adventures since we moved here.
That we probably couldn't really afford. But
yeah.
Anyways.
But Eugene contacted me privately and told me some of the things that he had planned for this, and including the auction, which is going to be on this channel, and the trip to Lucasfilm, which is also going to be on this channel. Now, we weren't allowed to shoot video in there, so it's going to be photos only, but Shan and I will be talking about what we did and what we saw there, which is pretty awesome. And Lucasfilm is invite only. There's no way for the average Joe Blow to get in there, so I don't know how Eugene pulled this off, but that's what sold me on this trip. It's like, even if everybody there hates us, and we don't have a very good time, this is going to be like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
We're never going to be able to go there again.
Yeah, to get into Lucasfilm.
The only way we would is if you ever got popular enough with your movies. Maybe we get an invite.
Sure, because that'll be happening. But anyway, we were like, okay, well, you know, that kind of sold us on taking this trip. And Eugene hadn't even told anybody else that. He told me that in private. And we were like, okay, you know, that's what made up our minds to head down there. Well, I'd never hung out with any other Indiana Jones nerds ever. It's always been just me and Shan and our friend Randy, who likes to cosplay Sala. And we've just kind of gone out and had adventures on our own. So we kind of went into this just not having a freaking clue what we were getting ourselves into, and we were honestly very, very nervous about it. And we went to Marshall College before we even hooked up with anybody, before we even went to the hotel, and that was really cool. But pretty much as soon as we got to the hotel, other people started showing up. And we met Eugene immediately, and he was very, very warm. And
he was staying at our hotel.
Open and
so it was easy.
Straightforward and
very nice.
Yeah.
It's very difficult with me around people I don't know. And Eugene made me feel welcome and safe.
Yeah.
It was very kind of him.
And he went out of his way to make sure that we were comfortable and that our needs were being met. And like right away, you just knew that this was a guy that you wanted to be friends with. I mean, he was just really...
And he was very understanding
really cool.
with my disabilities and stuff, and very caring.
Yeah. We went out to dinner with him on that first night, and a couple of other folks...
that were staying at our hotel.
went out with us for that as well. And
all nice people.
Yeah. And Shan just shared with them, because it was a smaller group, that she had some social anxiety issues. And
it would be
was, like,
it would
super
be
cool
easier if I meet a smaller group and get to know them, so then I like a little bit of familiarity with the group, because I knew I was going to have a lot of trouble in the tour, because so many people I don't know, and that's in an unknown place.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a lot of stuff that was very, very difficult for me. I was in a lot of pain from it, but it was all very worth it.
Yeah, we also want to give out a shout out to Ron and Tony, our adventure buddies. Anytime we weren't on the bus, we were pretty much carpooling with them everywhere and having dinner with them, and those two guys were just amazing.
Sharing jokes and everything.
And Tony's Italian accent thing when we went to the Italian restaurant, that was awesome.
Beautiful.
Yeah. But point being, the California Jones group reinvigorated my love for this franchise. I was kind of burned out on it and bitter, I guess, from some of the things I was seeing online. And the enthusiasm and joy of this group. No political nonsense, nobody hating on each other, no name calling, just everybody sharing their love of Indiana Jones with each other. It was just really, really heartwarming. As soon as we got back from the trip, I joined the California Jones page. And that's where I post all of my stuff now. I don't say much on the other channels because I just don't want to deal with that kind of negativity. But on the California Jones page, there is no negativity. All those guys are just fantastic. And honestly can't wait to meet more of them. Shan and I are already talking about going on the tour again next year, even though we've already seen all the locations and everything, just to see all those people again because we had such a good time.
Like I said, even though with my agoraphobia, it was pretty painful to have to deal with the anxiety and stuff. It's just everybody was so awesome, and the trip was so awesome that it was easy for me to just power through it.
Yeah, and she gelled with a lot of people like right away, just because everybody was so nice.
And that's really hard for me to do, even with nice people. But that's just
Richard was fantastic. Richard Johnson, and yeah, he was the one with the kid. Yeah,
the short round.
Yeah, and Aristotle.
Oh yes, Aristotle. I love
her
him.
and Aristotle got along like peanut butter and jelly. It was crazy. Just their weirdness just complemented each other so well. It was really, really something.
Yeah, it was many a moments you just looked at us like, huh?
Yeah. Anything else you want to add?
It was a very well planned out trip.
Yeah, that's for sure. We did a lot of like really difficult things with a group that's that large.
With like over 30 Indies.
Yeah, the multiple bus rides, just that part, I'm sure was very, very difficult to plan.
He had snacks and drinks at all times.
Always snacks and drinks. And everybody yelling, water, water, water. The trip to the aviation museum went really, really well. And that, I'm sure, took quite a bit of extra planning. Not to mention the trip to Lucasfilm, which that must have been hell planning that thing. And
the raffle?
The auction was really cool.
It was an auction.
Well, yeah, not the auction, the raffle. Yes, it was a raffle.
He made sure that everybody won something.
Yeah, I didn't care about the raffle because I've never won anything cool in my life. So it's like, it doesn't matter what the raffle is, I'm not going to win it. And he made sure that everybody went home with some pretty cool stuff. And I actually thought that Shan and I won the best thing there. I was floored when he called out our number for that.
The one thing that we wanted above all else.
The cast member bag. And we'll be doing a review on that on this channel.
Because it was the only thing that's like something we couldn't get on our own.
Yeah, it was a cast member bag from Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull. You had to be working on the film to get this bag. And a fella named Clinton Mills donated it to the raffle that Eugene was putting on. And
I kind of want to donate something to the raffle if we go next year. We have some extra stuff we could donate.
Yeah, we gave away our Staff of Ra headpiece to Ron, but I'm sure we can find something else. Maybe I'll have a better fertility idol by then.
Ron made a lot of really cool pins, and he like created them.
Yeah, they looked like trading pins that you get at the Disney parks, but he made them himself, which was really cool.
And he was like giving them all over to us, and plus he drove a lot. Mm-hmm. And so to repay him, we said, hey, would it be cool if we paid you with the staff headpiece of Ra?
I just recently picked up a new Staff of Ra headpiece, another thing that we need to do a review of for the channel. And I really had no use for the old one, so we brought it down there with us.
To possibly sell.
Yeah, and we ended up just giving it to him because he was so cool, and they did a whole lot of really good things for us. So worked out. But if I end up getting that fertility idol that I'm after, we can donate the one that I have to the next raffle because a lot of people really want that. That's a big deal. Plus,
don't we have an extra Sankara stone too?
Yeah, but those are meant to be donated to kids.
Okay.
We got those from Dragon Andreas, and he said specifically that they need to be
specifically
donated
for kids. Okay, got it.
But I mean, it's an Indiana Jones auction, and I've got a couple of them. It might be a good home for it.
You could always take it, and a short round shows up. He's a kid.
Yeah. And that kid could use a whip better than half the people at that
and he's
event.
Super polite kid, well behaved, so good.
And very, very enthusiastic. Oh, we had fun.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun.
Laugh.
Richard, good parenting, my friend. Very good parenting. Okay, well, anything else?
I don't know.
I think that's about it.
That's about it.
Anyway, all of our videos are coming up from that trip. And before we started getting those posted, I just felt really compelled to say thank you to the California Jones group for reinvigorating my love for Indiana Jones and how awesome you guys are. I mean, every single person on that trip was one in a million. I mean, you guys are just really, really amazing people. And I really, really hope that we get to spend some more time with you guys in the future. So, thank you. Thank you for everything that you did for us on that trip. And everything that we hope to accomplish together moving forward in the future.
And thank you for making it easier for me. I still had to separate from the group multiple times to, collect myself, but everybody...
There was just a lot of people.
Yeah,
I mean,
but everybody was very caring and understanding, and, people would check in on me a lot and make sure I was doing okay. Some of them would even offer to take me off to the side so I wasn't have to be alone.
She had a tough time in the plane, the seaplane. We went to that at the Aviation Museum from Raiders of the Lost Ark. And it's kind of a small plane, and it was a little cramped in there, and there was a lot of people coming and going.
There was only supposed to be so many people, but the person that was directing who can go on the plane just started letting a bunch of people on, and it got really... I couldn't be in there. It was bad.
Yeah, and Chris Canales stepped up and basically cleared the whole top floor so that Shan could have a few minutes to collect
He first
herself.
was downstairs with me, and then he cleared the top floor so I could have a chance and a turn to do it, and that was very, very kind of him. And it warmed my heart that he was willing to, do that. And of course the people understood.
Yeah, and he didn't even know that she had a social anxiety issue. He just knew that she was having a tough time, and he just wanted to help. Mm-hmm. Pretty amazing people.
Yes, very much so.
Well, I hope we gave a shout out to everybody that needed a shout out. there's probably a lot more because there's just
there was just
so many awesome people on that trip.
There was some that was really entertaining, like the one that kept changing on the bus, all the different costumes.
Yeah, Lane.
He was great.
He was quite the character. Yeah, he was like getting naked on the bus almost. And
Down to his
everyone was just
underwear.
like, it's just Lane. Who cares? But yeah, he was the only one that dressed up as Dan Aykroyd when we went to the airport from Temple of Doom, and I mean, he made that photo shoot. And then Aristotle as Tote when we went to the seaplane, and he even brought his Life magazine with him and everything. And
we have a great picture of me and him on the plane that's just
both
perfect.
reading the magazines with the monkey. Yeah, and that'll be in one of our videos as well. So. Good times.
Who was the one that rolled down the hill?
Oh, that was Daniel Reiser. He's actually got his own YouTube channel. So if you want to check him out, he's got a lot of good stuff on there.
He was a big go-getter and also very entertaining on the trip.
Yeah, he's got kind of like an Indiana Jones channel and stuff going on. I've actually watched a lot of his stuff. His Steele and Jones Last Crusade jacket is, holy cow. That's a great, great video. It made me want to get one of those jackets, but yeah, maybe later. Maybe never. It'll depend on how my What Price Glory jacket turns out. But yeah, just so many cool people. And I think we've actually got video of Daniel throwing himself, because I think he did it, 3 times?
At least twice.
Yeah, because
the
first couple of times he did it, somebody else walked into the camera shot and messed it up, so he had to do it again. But yeah, he literally threw himself over this hill to make it look good, and it looked pretty good. But yeah, all that stuff is coming up.
Oh, and our friend Darren came and showed up too.
Yeah. He actually wasn't on the tour, but he followed us around for one day. And boy, it was good to see him again. And I actually got some video of him using the whip and stuff. Yeah. Darren Wilkerson. Very instrumental in my growth as a whip cracker. I watched a whole lot of his videos when I was learning how to use the whip. And he came up to get a hat from John Penman in person, and we all went out and cracked whips together, and he gave me a lot of pointers on that day too, and told me about Anthony DeLongis and how you can go down and train at his ranch, which we eventually did that as well. So,
amazing.
Yeah, hats off to Darren. And he's got the same head size as Shan Chan, and this guy's like 6'4". Well, maybe not quite that tall, maybe 6'2".
I know he's taller than you.
Yeah, he's a pretty big guy. But anyway, him and Shan Chan have the same hat size. Who'd have thunk it? So, yeah, Darren, if you ever want to sell one of your hats, you can just...
We have tons of hats. Stop.
Yeah. But we need more stuff for the channel.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All through?
I think so.
Okay. Well, we really, really appreciate all you guys. We pretty much just made this video for you and to kind of relive some of our memories and to let everybody else know how awesome you guys are. If you are anywhere near California, you might want to consider joining the California Jones group, especially if you're into Indiana Jones cosplay or just adventuring in general. Pretty cool group of guys, and I can't wait to meet more of them.
Can't wait to see them all again.
Yep. So anyway, thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Lots of cool stuff to come.